"Speak up, you coward!" Her voice cracked through the party like a whip, slicing the air in two. My son stood frozen, 11 candles flickering behind him, faces of classmates blurring into laughter, pity, confusion. His small hands trembled. She smiled like she'd accomplished something. Then came her father, half-empty wine glass in hand, a man who'd never missed a moment to belittle something smaller than himself. "The boy has no backbone," he grunted, a real disappointment. I stepped forward, fists clenched, words loading, but then my son raised his hand. "Dad, wait," he said, voice soft but steady. "I've got a special speech for Mom." I froze. So did she. He turned to face her, eyes dark, focused. "I just want to say, thanks, Mom, for teaching me what poison looks like with a smile." She blinked, once, twice. Then she dropped her glass and collapsed. Gasps, screams. Her father turned pale. The room spun, and I stood still. My son? He didn't flinch. It started with small things, a raised eyebrow when he didn't finish his food, a sharp correction for stuttering over a word, backhanded praise that tasted like vinegar. "Boys shouldn't cry. You're weak like your father. Grow a spine or you'll be nothing." I used to excuse it, call it stress, her upbringing, her father's influence. But that day I walked past his door and saw him whispering to the mirror, "I'm not nothing. I'm not nothing." I stopped making excuses. She wasn't teaching him strength. She was breaking him carefully, quietly, publicly. And every time I said something, she spun it. "You're too sensitive. Boys need discipline. Don't undermine me." No bruises, no marks, just emotional incisions too deep to bleed. I started documenting times, words, reactions. Her patterns of correction always escalated in front of others. She needed witnesses to justify her cruelty. I met with a therapist in secret, described the symptoms: emotional gaslighting, targeted humiliation, manipulative parenting. He said what I feared: this is abuse. I set up a camera, not in his room, in the kitchen, her stage. 2 weeks, that's all it took to gather what I needed. One recording where she grabbed his wrist just a little too hard. Another where she whispered, "You ruined me," because he knocked over a juice box. Then the file, the real one, from her old phone. She forgot it in the laundry. Messages. "Sometimes I wish he'd just disappear. He's not even mine, not really. He's more like you than me." I read that twice, then a third time. She'd resented him because he reminded her of me. Her disappointment wasn't about him, it was about everything she never controlled. The night before the party, my son came into my room, said he didn't want to speak, said his stomach hurt. I almost told him to fake it, to hide. Instead, I handed him a flash drive. "Tuck this in the back of the speaker when it's your turn," I said. He stared. "What's on it?" "Truth." He nodded, didn't ask again. When she collapsed, the room didn't know what hit her. They thought it was nerves, overexcitement, but the audio had already played. A soft voice, hers, telling him, "You make me sick." Telling someone else, "I wish I'd left both of them." Her father heard it. His face crumbled like wet plaster. The crowd watched in stunned silence, and my son? He just stood there, unmoving, free. She recovered in a chair near the cake table, cold rag to her forehead, eyes darting like cornered prey. I knelt beside her, held up my phone, pressing play again. That same voice, that same cruelty. Her eyes filled with something unfamiliar, fear. "You think this ends at a party?" I said quietly. "No, this is where it starts." She reached for my arm. "Please, you don't understand." "I understand everything now. You didn't break him, you taught him to stand. I stood. So did my son. We left her there, in a room full of frosting, deflated balloons, and eyes that would never unhear her. The custody battle was short. The recordings were admissible. So were the text messages. So was the therapist's report. Her father tried to intervene once. He walked away silent when I handed him a flash drive of his own voice, shaming a child like it was a family tradition. My son sleeps better now, speaks louder. He hasn't asked about her once. I never said goodbye. She doesn't deserve closure, only silence. Some speeches are better whispered, and some revenge comes wrapped in birthday paper.